So we got a situation. Because these are frustrating. Because I don't understand the thought process of leaving your child alone in a car. I don't care if it's for 2 seconds. I don't understand it because a lot can happen in 2 seconds, right? Plus, to add on to this horrific situation, and no judgment. What you do on your own time is your own time. Emphasis on your own time. The dad was inside watching adult videos. That's what he was doing. You know what? Let's get to it.
911, please. My baby was in the car. She's not responsive.
The AC was on.
She's dead. We have nothing.
Would it be all right?
No.
So we can't let you do that right now.
You can stay in the room if you want, but I'm not going to talk.
It's a scorching 109 degrees in Marana, Arizona on the late afternoon of July 9th, 2024. A frantic 911 call sends first responders racing to the aid of a 2-year-old child, found unresponsive after her father left her to sleep in the family's car. As investigators try to piece together what may have happened, unsettling discrepancies begin to emerge, and shocking evidence raises a haunting question. Was this a heartbreaking mistake or a catastrophe waiting to happen? The suspect in question and all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law.
It's like baffling. I don't know. It's baffling that this happened.
Our lives have been literally perfect.
The panicked 911 call comes in around 4 p.m. from 37-year-old Christopher Schultes. As the dispatcher attempts to keep him calm, Marana County Police and first responders weave through the busy streets in a desperate race to get to the scene.
What are you reporting? She was in the car sleeping. She's unresponsive.
Okay. And who is she?
Please.
Who
My
is
daughter.
She? Is she still breathing?
No, she's not breathing right now.
Okay, we need to start CPR right now.
Yes, we are. We're starting CPR, yes. I'm so sorry.
Okay, is she breathing yet?
How long has it been?
Half hour. It was, but it turned off.
They have started CPR.
A half hour? A half hour? You left with 2. See what I'm saying? With you have to question, like, bro, not everybody deserves, and I'm gonna use the word deserves, because that's how much of a prized possession they are. Not everybody deserves that opportunity, man. And if I'm wrong for saying that, so be it. That's just how I'm feeling right now.
Our mom is a doctor and is also performing CPR on the baby. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Come on, baby.
Deeper. Move on, give her breath.
Oh, baby.
By the time police arrive, paramedics have already taken over efforts to save the child, but the situation looks grim. As the temperature outside is boiling, they need to know how long she was exposed to the deadly heat.
Half hour, 45 minutes.
45 minutes, okay.
The car's been on.
She was left in the car after 45 minutes, but it was said it was on.
Was the air conditioning on? Yes.
But I guess it turned off, right?
As the paramedics need space.
That's because these new cars do what? They cut off after idling for so long, right? Right? A lot of these newer cars, they cut off. No movement, idling, they cut off. You gotta know that. As a parent, there's no excuse for you not to know that. You shouldn't be doing it in the first place, leaving her out there. But you gotta know these vehicles too.
Space to work, Chris walks away from the desperate situation. The officers attempt to keep Chris calm as he experiences rapid shifts in his emotional state.
Chris. Oh, yeah, let's get some more.
What's going on? Why are you with me?
Because we were first responders and we were on scene when they all this.
The AC was on.
You're my worst nightmare.
I don't sciatica pain, so I can't be sitting down.
Please, baby, please. Anything.
Despite their best efforts, the situation takes a dark turn.
I mean, I don't know if we should be there for you to do everything now. She's dead. Like, I need to be with her.
Oh my God, my nose.
She's dead. We have nothing. Sir, they're doing the best they can right now, okay? Oh my God.
Shortly after arriving at the hospital, 2-year-old Parker Schultes was pronounced deceased, a devastating result of intense heat stroke. While waiting with officers inside the house, Chris's demeanor continues to alternate between panicked and eerily calm.
Oh, what? You thirsty? You hot? I know you're not hot right now. Like that 2-year-old was hot, and you feel like you need something to drink with some ice? Nah. Put him in cuffs. Detain him now. Like you get afforded the luxury of going to get you something to cool you down, but that 2-year-old couldn't.
Thank you.
Can we get you anything?
What?
I can't believe this. Did this fool just cry on command? Did he just turn it on? Like, he literally just flipped the switch and just went to crying.
She wants me to try and get her right to the hospital.
Hey, we'll accommodate that for you, all right? We're just gonna need to get a statement from you about what happened, what's been going on. Obviously, I know this isn't easy for you. Okay, it's not easy for anyone around right now.
As the officer prepares to get Chris's version of events, a group of investigators outside try to piece together what little information they have from the child's mother. However, a disturbing observation made by one of the paramedics will leave them questioning if there's more to the story than they've been led to believe.
Mom's an anesthesiologist, so Mom was working. Mom arrived, asked where the daughter was. Dad came out here, brought the kid in, things like that. Mom started working on the kid at that point. Dad said the kid had been in the car for 45 minutes. AC was running.
So this car wasn't running when you guys got...
No, the car was not running.
Sounds like he was aware because he said he left the baby in the car to sleep and let the car run.
No medics were talking about rigor in there already.
While Parker's physical state upon the paramedics' arrival raises suspicions with the officers outside, Chris begins to explain his version of what happened.
So he didn't start CPR? I thought he started CPR, but he waited till the mom got there to start CPR? That's another problem. Like, I feel like every parent should have taken or know CPR, taken the class, anything. If you had previous experience, some kind of experience with CPR when you have kids. Because waiting on paramedics, EMS, first responders to get there can be some time. Precious time. So everybody should take that class if you got kids.
My daughters were at Elevate with my friend next door. They got home about 2:45 or so. They've just been hanging out at home. She was sleeping in the car and I had the car on. But it has a sensor where every 30 minutes or so it'll turn off if you haven't moved. I swore she was in the house playing with her sisters like she always does. I haven't been doing anything else really on the house. And like
What time?
well, we never do this anywhere, but I'm home, right? Like you're home, you're safe, you're like your kids are home.
Right. I'm sorry this is all going on.
We always park that car in the
another
garage usually, but I just got a Peloton recently and the Peloton is in the garage now. So that's why it's not even in the garage. But
And how long was she sleeping in the car out there?
I want to say it was no more than 30, 45 minutes.
The chilling reality is that Parker remained in the driveway for far longer, a darker truth that will soon come to light with devastating implications. Meanwhile, as tensions simmer in the
Was that her fingerprints on the glass? It's like she was in an oven, pretty much. Pretty much in an oven. No, you put your kid in an oven. That's what you did.
stifling heat outside, two officers take refuge in the shade and vent their mounting frustrations over the tragic situation.
No summer young. That's it. Frustrates me the most. But the AC is on. No, I'm not missing.
Especially the day it comes directly, the back seats directly in the sun.
Well, it was worse than that.
Yeah, it was worse.
The whole car was in the sun. You see my hand cut right here, and when we started making it to the car, along across the road, the hood was piping hot.
Now taking a break from questions, Chris makes a startling move that leaves officers stunned. As they attempt to relay the gravity of the situation, his willingness to cooperate takes a sharp turn.
Just to let you know, I don't want to feel like we're intruding, but we're gonna have to stand by with you for a while. All right.
Is there a reason why?
So any death, we have to treat like a crime scene. I know this is extremely difficult for you. This is a normal process that we have to follow through with. I don't want you to be blindsided by anything, but that's what's going to be going on for right now, okay?
So I'm being treated like a murderer?
No.
I just lost my baby.
Not at all. I know that. And I know this isn't easy for you. That's why I'm trying to be straightforward and honest with you, okay? I don't want to keep any secrets. I don't want to hide anything for you. Someone's going to talk to you about what happened, though. All right?
The fact that you can't comprehend that this should be treated like a murder is a problem. That says a lot, quite frankly.
We will keep you updated with everything.
My whole family, my whole family is gonna be ruined.
We'll be all right. So we can't let you do that right now. We have to stand by with you. Okay? As soon as you can, we will let you
You
know.
can stay in the room if you want, but I'm not gonna talk.
I know this isn't easy for you, but the quicker we get this done and finish up, the sooner you can be with your wife. All right?
I'm trying
need
to
stand
rinse
by
off
with you.
so I can go to the
I know,
hospital
but
to be with my wife.
we're not going to shower or anything right now. You need to stand by with us.
I don't understand why.
Okay? Please.
I don't understand why.
I tried explaining that to you. We just need to stand by
And
with
I'm
you.
standing by. Why can't I take
I
a
know.
shower while you stand by? What is?
It's not necessary right now.
Okay.
I'm not going to stand here and watch you shower.
After settling on a change of clothes, Chris is informed that his other two children, two girls ages 5 and 9, have arrived with their grandmother and are waiting for him outside. As he passes by, a keen-eyed officer spots that Chris is holding something in his hands that detectives will need to collect as evidence.
He's got the shirt she was wearing. Are we going to need that?
Probably, yes.
So we're gonna need to take the dress. Okay?
Whoa.
Part of this scene, so we have to take her dress. We have to leave it here. Like he said, we're doing the investigation still. We have to have her dress. We can't let you take her dress.
Investigators decide to let Chris go ahead to the hospital, opting to speak to both him and his wife later that evening. The following recorded interviews between them and the detective detail their version of what happened. But as you'll soon discover, shocking discrepancies and jaw-dropping evidence reveal a far more devastating series of events.
If you can walk me through the events, starting from obviously this morning and then to eventually you guys reaching out, calling 911.
Pretty normal morning. Girls woke up and one of their friends had asked them to, if they wanted to go to Elevate with like their mom's friend. Their best friends live next door. Grandma was supposed to come get them. I think she showed up around like 10:30 or something, took them to Elevate.
As the older daughters left for the trampoline park, Parker was supposedly left alone in Chris's care. He next explains that he went to a doctor's office and took Parker along with him, only to discover that it was closed.
So then we just basically turned around and came home. And I looked at the clock and I remember thinking like, oh, I gotta get home because the girls are gonna probably head back soon. So we got home and the girls weren't home yet, but baby was sleeping in the car. And so I had taken some stuff inside and I came back out and the girls were there. They had just pulled up. And so they came inside and I checked on the baby. She was still sleeping. And then came back inside. And that's where I just kind of like, I was, I don't know, thinking that she was playing with her sisters. I think that me coming home and thinking that, you know, the girls were going to be home. So I got to like come back in and out kind of thing.
You said the girls came home. You remember about what time that was?
I want to say it was like 2:30.
The next-door neighbor, whose kids went with Chris's older daughters earlier in the day, has a very different answer for what time the children came home.
And you said they got dropped off about what time?
Probably 1:30. I'm thinking like 1:15.
And then, do you remember what time you left to go to the clinic?
I don't.
Okay. You remember roughly about what time you got to the clinic and saw they were closed?
Probably about 2, I think.
Security footage from nearby businesses and Chris's own neighborhood paint a shockingly different picture, as we'll soon uncover. The discrepancies between his account and what the cameras captured will be impossible for detectives to ignore, especially as an even more startling pattern of behavior begins to surface.
So the girls get home about 2:30. You checked.
Still sleeping and the car was still on.
Okay.
I think it's like every 30 minutes or something that like will turn off if you haven't moved the car.
I don't know. I think the lockout period for the car is like 20 minutes, if I were to guess.
Is that something that's happened before that you've noticed with the car? Or?
I've noticed the car stopping before just because I was sitting in it one time and not like having anything going on and it just turns off. So I know that it does that at some point.
Crime scene investigators performed a test to replicate this event on Chris's car, and while the exact time varied between each test, the vehicle turned itself off consistently around the 20-minute mark. 1 hour after the engine shut off, investigators recorded the temperature of the back seat where Parker was left sleeping. It was a sweltering 149 degrees Fahrenheit.
And then you go inside. You guys are doing things as normal. Then what's next?
Girls were playing in their room on their iPads like they usually do. That's where I thought the baby was. Girls said hi, but the baby didn't come say hi to her, so that's when she was like, "Where's the baby?" I was like, "I don't know. I think she's sleeping." And my daughter started looking for her first.
Where's the baby? I don't know. I think she's sleeping. I think she's sleep. That's the I don't know. I think she's. I don't know. I think she's sleep. That's your response. Like the kid isn't even yours. Oh, right around here somewhere. I don't know. Like, that response says it all to me. That says it all to me.
And the girl said that she was sleeping in the toy room, but when I got up and went in the toy room, she wasn't in there. And then we were like, And then I was just walking around the house, like checking the rooms and stuff, because I figured she was in one of the other rooms. And I went out in the driveway and checked her car.
Already, Chris's timeline casts doubts as it places Parker in the driveway from before 2:30 p.m. up until the 911 call was placed, much longer than the 30 to 45 minutes he originally claimed. These discrepancies won't escape these seasoned detectives, but the truth they uncover will be worse than they imagined.
And as far as letting sleep in the car, have you done that before with the kids?
No, not that I'm aware of.
And then, had you done anything like this before, where you just let her sleep in the car or anything like that?
No, that's normally. I mean, I have the girls with me usually, and the girls are always, good about like, "Dad, get the baby," like we'll walk to one side together.
I don't mean to be insensitive, but I have to ask these questions. Any issues at home? Any problems?
No, we have the perfect life. Like, I'm not even kidding. Every day we're just in awe of just how much we love each other, how perfect our girls are, just how full everything is. It's just, it's like baffling. I don't know. It's baffling that this happened.
While they both claim it's never happened before, security footage witnessed by police, along with more unsettling claims, will ultimately reveal the possibility of a disturbing pattern of behavior. On the morning of July 9th, the day of the incident, Chris allegedly pulled into a gas station at around 12:06 p.m. on his way to the doctor's office. He's seen entering by himself, and after buying 3 cans of beer, enters the bathroom. Only 1 can remained as he exited without paying around 12:10 p.m. Chris's vehicle is next seen arriving at the doctor's office at 12:12 p.m., hours before he originally claimed. His vehicle is then seen making a third stop at a Bosch's grocery store at 12:30 p.m. Cameras captured someone matching Chris's description entering the store at 12:40 p.m., once again alone. He's then seen returning to the vehicle at 12:47 p.m.
So any sympathy that y'all might have had, because clearly I ain't got nothing for him. It's empty in there for me. Any sympathy y'all might have had should go out the window right now. Right now. He been drinking and constantly leaving the baby in the car. So the wife saying, you might not have noticed who the person you're married to really is. You notice he's forgetful, doesn't really, or isn't really attentive to the kids like he needs to be. You're working, he's home with the kids. You might want to know. Like, no, fam, like, you've been doing this all day plus drinking.
At 12:47, neighborhood cameras captured Chris entering the neighborhood. The vehicle was captured pulling into the driveway at 12:53 p.m., where Parker was left asleep until 4:16 p.m., when the 911 call was placed. Parker Schultes remained in the driveway for more than 3 hours. The possibility that Parker was left unattended at each location may have been a shock to detectives, but to neighbors it was no surprise. After hearing troubling rumors circulating in their small neighborhood, investigators begin to question them and are shocked at the surprising allegations. Neighbors tell police that there have been multiple incidents in which the older girls were rumored to be found lost and wandering the neighborhood, while Chris was nowhere to be found. As well, a second neighbor came forward to say she'd been involved in a number of search parties for the girls over the years and claimed that while Chris was home, he would have no clue they even left the house.
All right, wife, so now I'm looking at you crazy. You defending this, knowing the history and the patterns. You defending this? You defending him, knowing that he has no clue at parts of the day where your kids are. And you kept leaving them with him? Yeah. Yeah, them kids, see, this is where you get mad at people for contacting DFS or DFACS or whoever it is in your state or your city. You get mad at people for calling them, but this is why. This is why, to prevent something like this from happening.
While Chris and his wife both adamantly denied regularly leaving their children alone, disturbing text messages surfaced between the two that seemed to contradict their claims. In this exchange, which took place just after Parker was taken to the hospital, the messages read, "I told you to stop leaving them in the car. How many times have I told you?" To which Chris replies, "I'm sorry. Detectives are coming for me. I'm going to prison. I killed our baby." Additionally, in the months leading up to Parker's untimely death, the mother accused Chris of driving under the influence with the girls in the car. As well, it appears that Chris admits to speeding at nearly 140 miles per hour with one of the children in the back seat. One burning question still remains: what Chris was doing while Parker was supposedly trapped in the scorching vehicle for over 3 hours.
Between 2:30 and then when I came home, what were you doing?
Working on laundry. The Office was on TV. Was drinking a Dr. Pepper. Done a little vacuuming on the stuff in the house. It was just like a lounge around the house day.
A search of Chris's phone may shed even more light on his activities at the time. Shockingly, around 2 p.m. while Parker slept in the hot car, Chris may have been browsing for men's clothing and searching for adult videos, raising chilling questions about his priorities and state of mind. With enough probable cause to make an arrest, police once again returned to the home on July 12th, just 3 days after Parker's tragic death.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm all right. Yeah, but Chris came out to us, please.
Chris, this one.
So based off of our investigation at this point, right, we have determined that there's probable cause to go ahead and charge you for what happened. Okay.
Let's come out here, Christopher.
No.
It's okay. It's okay.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
No.
listen.
No.
Listen. Okay. This doesn't change what's happening. This doesn't change what's going on. Okay. What happens at this point? It's simple. Okay. What happens at this point is you are going to be taken into custody, all right, and you will be booked. And then after you are booked, you have an initial appearance with the judge within the first 24 hours, okay? After the first 24 hours, right, the judge will determine bond and things like that as far as what happens next. At that point, the case goes to the courts. It'll be between you, it'll be between your attorneys, and it'll be between the county prosecutor, okay? So, again, I can't change the consequences of what happened, all right? But what I'm going to ask of you. Okay.
Come on, Chris. Let's go out here. Can you grab him some shoes, please? No.
They're right there. They're right there. Let me put shoes on.
That's right. Can I just ask one thing, please?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you say bye to our kids?
Okay. So listen to what I'm saying.
I'm not resisting.
I know.
Just please.
Just relax. Just relax, Christopher.
I need you to listen.
Just
Okay.
relax.
We will
Just
get your
relax. Just relax.
The timing of the arrest doesn't sit well with Chris's wife and mother, who express their concerns as well as their harsh opinions about the officers themselves.
Just you guys two, we're trying to make this as little of a scene as possible. So I don't think we wait till after the funeral.
I don't want the kids to see Dad get hauled off.
Seriously.
That's going to be between you and the court. Okay.
Can I give him a kiss?
Yeah.
There you go.
Chris, I'm gonna be here and I'll take care of everything.
I love you.
The funeral is Friday. No heart. No heart at all.
As officers prepare for transport,
I get it. You know what I mean? You riding for your husband, you know? But if you really pay attention to what you're actually saying, you wouldn't be saying it. You wouldn't be saying it. You would not be saying it. But I get it. That's your husband. You're supposed to stand by your man. I get all of that. You know, it's a tricky situation for the wife. Emotionally, confusion, everything like that. You know? But if you sit down and actually think, them officers ain't doing nothing wrong. What do you mean they have no heart? And to be honest with you, if you really sit and think, where should your anger and frustration be towards? Who should it be towards? It shouldn't be the officers.
they make one final consideration given the extreme temperatures.
Anything inside your pockets? You just have to, it's standard, okay?
Hey, Brooks, on the AC, look on the bottom, it says rear. Let's get the AC.
As good as I can do my tax.
We'll do a second.
Thank you.
Christopher Schultes was arrested and booked into the Pima County Adult Detention Center. He's been indicted on charges of second-degree murder and child abuse related to the death of Parker Schultes. While he was later released pre-trial services, the court had asked for a $1 million bond. During his second showing at the court in August 2024, Schultes pleaded not guilty to the charges. The charges have now been escalated to first-degree murder and child abuse.
And they gave him, let's make sure we state that they made sure he had AC on in the back. And that's all I'm going to say. That's how I'm going to end it. He got AC. Y'all be safe, though.